DD Kisan, the pride of evolving India. The farmer is the true hero of the country. He goes through the fields every morning and sows his hopes and dreams and works for me and you without asking anything and without any selfishness. Namaskar, you are now watching Krishi Chaupal, a joint presentation of Ministry of Agriculture and DD Kisan. And I am your host, Ghansham Upadhyay. Our meeting on this program has now become regular, and you know that in this show we talk about farming, agriculture, seeds, hopes, dreams, success, struggle, excellence, enthusiasm, excitement, and the unique confluence of hope and hard work. Which means we talk about you and I. And today, to talk about all these, we have reached Patna, the capital of Bihar. So today we have reached the Eastern Research Campus of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. And today, we will talk about the production, advancement and pest management of Rabi crops. And today, all these things will happen exclusively in this show. So keep the next 50 to 55 minutes reserved for us only. I always say that what is here is not found anywhere else. It is a tradition of our show that we start this show with a report through which you see and understand everything in a cursory manner. And then after that, a special panel of very special experts join us in every session, and we try to find solutions to the problems you face. So keep the remote away for a while and come closer to us, because your very own show has started, which is called Krishi Chaupal, and it will start with your thunderous applause. Rabi crops have a very important place in agriculture. Wheat and mustard are the main Rabi crops. Apart from this, lentils, maize, gram, tomato, peas, beans and French beans are also Rabi crops. No matter what the crop is, there is always a threat of pest infestation. But various agricultural institutes present in the country are continuously providing information to farmers about how pest management should be done in Rabi crops. The Eastern Research Campus of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, Patna, is also guiding farmers in this direction. Termites cause a lot of damage to wheat. Its symptoms are hollow roots, wilting of plants, and irregular spots on dead plants. Termites cause death of about 25 to 30% of plants. For its management, use chlorpyrifos 3 liters per hectare in the soil a few days after sowing. Use imidacloprid for the management of aphids in wheat. For the management of aphids in mustard, cultivate tolerant varieties of mustard. Start planting early. Use yellow sticky traps for monitoring and controlling the population of pests. In case of increased infestation of fruit borers in tomatoes, use 4% solution of neem juice at an interval of 15 days. On seeing white flies, spray 1.5 ml of Roger per liter or 1 milliliter of imidacloprid per liter of water. In order to control aphids in peas, mix 2 milliliter of Roger insecticide in water and spray effectively. Due to smoothness of pea leaves, the medicine solution will not stay on the leaves. Therefore, mix 0.5 milliliter of soap or Santovit in the solution and spray. To control leaf miner in plants, use Furadan 3G 6.87 kg per hectare in the soil. To control pod borer, organic insecticide Delphin BT should be sprayed by dissolving it in water at the rate of 1 gram per liter. In conclusion, timely pest management in Rabi crops based on the advice of experts can save you from losses. So we showed you the report, and after seeing the report, you must have guessed that today we will be talking about advanced production technology in Rabi crops as well as pest management. It is very important for you to know both of them. And in this first session, some special guests are joining us who will take this topic a little further. Joining me is Dr. Anup Das, Director, Eastern Agricultural Research Complex, Patna, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So welcome to the show. Dr. Arvind Kumar Chaudhary is joining me. He is the Principal Scientist, Plant Breeding, ICAR, RCER, Patna. Dr. Arvind, welcome, sir. Dr. Rakesh Kumar is also part of the discussion, who is a Senior Scientist, Agronomy, ICAR, RCER, Patna. Dr. Rakesh, welcome to you too. So now that we have done the introductions, let's share some information and ask a few questions. First of all, I would like to come to you, Dr. Anup. So, which are the Rabi crops that are mainly grown in the eastern region of India? And if we try to understand their importance, how important are they according to you?
Thank you for your question. First of all, in the eastern region of India, this region is very important for all your Rabi crops, especially wheat, oilseeds, pulses, maize and vegetables, and our fertilizers play a very important role in the food security of this country. At least 40% of our country's wheat production and 50% of the country's vegetable production comes from this eastern region. And among the Rabi vegetables, especially potato, cabbage and cauliflower are important. Due to this, at least 1/4 of the country's pulses production comes from the eastern India. And if we talk about Bihar, then pulses are produced in Bihar in about 4.5 lakh hectares, and out of that, about 50% is Rabi pulses. So pulses are grown in about 1,01,000 hectares in Bihar, and most of it is mustard cultivation. So when we talk about all these Rabi crops, then these are very important for the livelihood of the farmers and for their nutrition value.
All right, let us now go to our audience. Mr. Ajay is joining us. Mr. Ajay, ask away a question, please.
Our main crops are paddy and wheat, and we want to know how to get more yield from paddy and wheat cultivations.
Thank you for your question. As we all know, thank you. Not every farmer, but most of the farmers plant long-term variety of rice. So what happens when we plant long-term rice variety, when we eventually cultivate wheat, it gets delayed. Its sowing gets delayed. Secondly, after sowing wheat and summer season approaches, due to lack of proper arrangement of water and irrigation facilities, especially in the month of March, when the temperature rises at this time, on one hand there is shortage of water, and on the other hand the temperature rises. Due to that, our production, the yield of the rice and wheat cultivation decreases. So what needs to be done? We should adopt advanced techniques. For example, we now talk about climate tolerant variety. There are many variety of wheat. We have one of those varieties from our own state called Sang Priya, which is a short term variety and is drought tolerant. Similarly, there are some varieties in wheat too, which can tolerate heat. By following these, we can also do directly sow the second crop, and after harvesting the first one, if we sow wheat by doing shallow plowing, and along with that, if we manage and process the crop waste after harvesting. So, after paddy and wheat cultivation, if we go for green gram, so by following this, we can increase the productivity of this system by 20 to 30%. And thereby, we can increase the production of this yield very easily.
Okay, Dr. Arvind is also with us. Dr. Arvind, we saw the budget this time, and there were many things in the budget that were exclusively for farmers. One of them was to increase self-reliance in the pulse cultivation sector. A lot was discussed about lentils. Sir, how will all of this happen?
This year's budget provision, the Indian government has allocated rupees 1,000 crore for self-reliance in pulses production.
Yes.
Okay. And especially PGNPs, black gram and lentils. The government has put more emphasis on these three pulse crops because otherwise we import more of these three from abroad. So, under this budget provision, whatever the farmers produce from these three crops, the Government of India guarantees them minimum support on the loan for 6 years. Whoever the farmer is, Secondly, the government will also do something in the form of subsidy to increase the landholding equity, which will improve the landholding equity. And if the farmers feel that they will get an assured price and they will get the right value for their produce, then the farmers will be naturally attracted towards such crops.
Yes, what you mean is that farmers are guaranteed this.
Farmers are
so
guaranteed
farmers are also
this.
joining us with some hopes. Ram Griha Pandey is joining us.
Out of 109 varieties that have been announced by the Prime Minister, 2 of them are of wheat. Can I cultivate them in Bihar?
Dr. Arvind.
Thank you, Mr. Pandey, for your curiosity. Our Prime Minister has introduced 2 varieties of wheat this time. One is HI 1665 and the other is HI 8840. Both these varieties are recommended for the plains of Maharashtra, followed by Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So as such, we cannot plant it. We will not recommend cultivating them. But the Bihar government has a provision to plant it at various places for at least 3 years and do its preliminary testing. If it is found to be excellent in the preliminary testing, then the Bihar government has a provision that after that it can be released and recommended for the farmers of Bihar as well.
Okay, so can this hope be fulfilled here?
It can be fulfilled only after testing.
Okay, so Dr. Rakesh Kumar is joining us. Dr. Rakesh, if we talk about Eastern India, there is a lot of production and cultivation of rice, wheat, etc. But I would like to know your opinion on the diversification of these crops, how to do it, why should it be done, and what are its benefits?
Thank you. You asked a good question because we have done a lot in the cropping system of rice and wheat. And now we need to change this crop system, because if we do not change this system, as we know, both rice and wheat are plant-based crops. And in these crops, you need nutrients on a large scale. And our groundwater, it is also getting depleted very quickly from the soil. It's getting destroyed. So we do not have any problem in rice and wheat at the moment. But when we talk about it from a health perspective, then we have an alternate crop called Shri Ann, which is also known as millets. Now our target is if we can cultivate another crop with the same input at the same cost with the same effort. For example, if we cultivate say millet or jowar or ragi, we can see that now our government is providing minimum support price for rice and wheat. The millet crop will also get a good price. Secondly, vertical diversification, in which we do the processing of the food products so that the farmers get good profits from their produce and their income and their livelihood is also improved significantly.
All right. So we have some farmers with us, and when we talk about farmers, women farmers are very important. And moreover, today is a very special day for women. Mrs. Sunita is joining us. Sunita ji, welcome. Please ask your question.
What crop can be cultivated?
Thank you. You have asked a very good question. What can be cultivated after harvesting potatoes and mustard? Whatever is suitable for the climate. I would like to tell you that the moong dal, the Virat variety, it can be grown in 55 to 60 days. If you plant it, give it 3 to 4 times of watering, then you will get 1 to 1.5 tons of yield of moong dal. And along with that, the nutrition loss that occurred with other crops, this moong crops will compensate it by transferring nitrogen to that field. If you mix the entire biomass of moong in the soil after plucking 1 or 2 pods of the crop, our land becomes rejuvenated and we can get enough yield for years. There is a second option for you. If you wish to make more money, as we live in a world of marketing now, we now have baby corn. This is the right time for baby corn cultivation, and now we have many good varieties of the same like HM4. If you cultivate it, you can harvest it in 60 to 65 days, and look at the market price of baby corn. 1 kilogram of baby corn costs you rupees 200 to 250. It will be very helpful in improving the income of our farmers in the peri-urban areas.
All right. So there are many options that can be adopted, as Dr. Rakesh mentioned. Now, Dr. Anup, I would like to come to you. Sir, this grains per land issue is a very big problem. I'm sure you will shed light on how to solve this issue. But I would like to know which rabi crops are appropriate or would be suitable for this.
Gains per land issue for those land where rain-fed farming is practiced. And after paddy
Yes.
cultivation, the fields remain empty. It remains empty because once rice is harvested due to the evaporation of moisture, lack of irrigation due to some of the socio-economic problems. I can say with certainty that in the upcoming future, we did talk about oil seeds. So if we practice the cultivation of oil seeds and pulses in those fields and protect the quality of the soil and get good yield too, then we will be able to produce a minimum of 5 to 7 million tons of oil seeds and pulses from these regions. And it can fulfill the country's demands to a great extent.
So can you vouch for this?
Yes, I do.
Dr. Arvind, this question is to you, sir. Sir, we talk about pulses, we talk about wheat, and now let us talk about Eastern India. So in terms of harvest season, what are the possibilities you see in this region?
When it comes to harvest season, we have wheat crop, pulses cultivation, oil seed cultivation,
Yes.
especially during Rabi season. Our farmers do cultivate all these crops. According to me, these Rabi crops do help good farmers to earn a good income.
Natural resources like soil, water, air, or aspects of biodiversity, how can we restore them and conserve them? Please answer in 30 seconds, sir. We need to go for a break.
Traditional and conventional farmers cultivate after extensive plowing and tilling of the soil. We have some modifications in this process where we ask them to directly sow the seeds in the soil. We encourage them to go for short-term crops, and also we recommend to cultivate wheat after leaving 30% of plant residue, applying zero budget farming. Also, we ask them to cultivate climate resilient varieties. And when you have a window left, we need to improve the quality of crops. We cultivate a variety of moong dal which grows in just 50 to 60 days, applying the zero budget farming method. And after harvesting 2 times, we mix the plant residue in the soil. With these methods, a conventional farmer who harvests a yield of 5 to 8 tons of grain per hectare will now be able to get 12 to 15 tons of produce per hectare. And also, we can also optimize the use of natural resources to a great extent and also increase the income of farmers exponentially.
All right, sir. We are pausing this discussion for a short break. We will return after the break. Yes, I know. You have many questions on your mind. We will find answers to all those questions on this platform. You just need to wait for a few moments and we will return soon and take this session further. Let us go for the break with your applause.
यूरिया का स्वदेशी उत्पादन 70 लाख टन बढ़ाने के लिए 6 उर्वरक संयंत्रों का उद्धार किया जा रहा है। FCIL के गोरखपुर, सिंदरी, तलचर और रामागुंडम संयंत्र, HFCL की बरौनी इकाई और BVFCL की नामरू फोर्थ। सोने पर सुहागा ये है कि देश में अब बनेगा सिर्फ नीम लेपित यूरिया, क्योंकि इससे होगा किसानों का फायदा ही फायदा। अनाज का उत्पादन 10% तक बढ़ेगा। बढ़ेगी 10 से 15% नाइट्रोजन क्षमता।
Welcome back after the break. You are watching Krishi Chaupal, and in this session we will talk about pest management in Rabi crops. And I will not be the only one to talk about this. Some special guests are joining me. Let me introduce them to you one by one. Joining me is Dr. Mohammad Monobrulla, Principal Scientist, Entomology from Atari Patna. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar.
Also joining us here is Dr. Jaipal Chaudhary, Senior Scientist, Entomology, ICAR, RCER. He has come from Ranchi. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar.
Also joining us is Dr. Ram Keval, Subject Matter Specialist, Plant Protection, Krishi Vigyan Kendra, Buxar. Dr. Ram Keval, a warm welcome to you,
Namaste.
sir. Let's begin. Sir, we will start with you. I would like to know from you, it is often seen that during storage, grains are infested by insects and pests. And because of that, you and I and our farmer brethren suffer losses. Could you please explain pest management to us, sir?
Sometimes there are some pests that reach our godown or your granaries straight from the fields. Some come with your grains during transportation, and some insects are from the old grain that is stored in your godown. As a remedy for this, it is most important that after harvesting and cleaning your grain properly, dry it in the sun, leaving only 10 to 12% of the moisture in the grain. So, this is one main method. Secondly, you should use new bags for your storage of grains. If you want to use old bags or preserved bags, then treat them with malathion and dry them in the shade. Only then you can use them. Secondly, clean your storage kernels properly. Clean the floor. There might be insects, larvae, eggs, and poppy lying around in the cracks on the floor. And clean your granary with malathion lotion thoroughly and maintain it well.
All right. So if you do it, it will be effective.
Yes, you will
Some
get
farmers in
good
the audience
results.
are joining us. Please answer their question. So Mr. Sanjeev is joining us. Sanjeev Kumar Singh, welcome to you. Please ask your question.
Hello, sir. My question to you is, which medicine should be used in case of pest infestation in the crop?
Farmers' brethren, it has often been seen that wherever farmers see one or two insects in their field, they apply chemical pesticides. My farmers' brethren, you should never do this, as this will cause you a lot of issues. So for every crop, for every insect, an ETL value has been made, which recommends how much pesticide should be used on which insect, in which crop, at what quantity. You should only apply chemical pesticides only if recommended. For example, if you are cultivating mustard, then you should see that when the mustard is flowering, if the plant is in the flowering stage and if the aphid population on the crop is 15 to 20%, then you have to apply chemical pesticides there.
Okay. Dr. Jaipal Chaudhary is with us. Dr. Jaipal, when we speak about the Eastern Plateau region, beans is an important crop here. However, which variety of beans, and the topic has been introduced, pest management. How is it done in this area?
There are two types of varieties. One is creeper, the other is bush beans. One of the creeper varieties is Swarn Utkrisht. It is a long-term crop. If you plant it at the right time in the months of August to September, then you should choose to cultivate Swarn Utkrisht. 90 days after planting it, the crop will start flowering. The first harvesting can be done in 120 days. The yield of this variety is very good. You will be able to get a yield of 135 to 140 tons of green beans from this variety. One is Swarn Sampurn and the other is Swarn Vashisht. You can also plant these varieties too. These varieties have early flowering. It is also resistant towards diseases and pests too. Therefore, infestation and diseases are lesser. This can be beneficial to farmers. When we talk about bush beans, and if farmers prefer white beans, Swarn Rituvar variety was developed. And you can cultivate this variety anytime.
All right.
You can plant them in the months of May or June and it gives good yield too. Then there is Arka Vijay. It is a Bangalore variety. These varieties can also be planted in plateaus. You can use these varieties. And now about the pests in these crops. If we plant these at a safe time in the months of July and August, there might be infestation from pests called earwigs. One spraying of neem-based insecticides like azadirachtin. Mix 10,000 ppm solution in 4 milliliters per liter of water will remove earwig infestation. The first crop will have more pod borer infestation. In order to control, then flubendiamide 39.35% SC formulation is available. Farmers can spray a solution of 0.4 milliliter solution per liter of water whenever necessary.
All right. Some farmers have joined us. Mrs. Neelam has joined us. Neelam ji, welcome to the show. Please ask your question.
My question is, we cultivate gram and pigeon pea. However, during pod formation, the insect attacks occur. Kindly suggest some remedy for this.
The pod-eating insect infestation is found in gram and pigeon pea crops. These insects are omnivorous, which means apart from these crops, it is seen in tomato, chili and every other crop. The scientific name of this is Helicoverpa amigera. In order to prevent it, the first spraying of pesticides should be done when 30 to 35% flowering occurs and the pods start forming. We need to spray insecticides. Please keep in mind that you need to do first spraying of the pesticides in the prescribed manner. There is a specific organic herbicide for this, which is HANPV 250 LE. Spray this every hectare. If HANPV is not available, then BT powder is available. Spray 400 grams of BT powder per acre. This spraying should be done when 30% pods are formed. This is the ideal time for spraying. If later on the infestation of this pest in the crops worsens, then we should apply chemical insecticide. Under chemical insecticides, if the infestation is very high in the pods, you can apply lambda-cylothrin. This insecticide is available in the market. Mix 1.5 milliliter per liter of water and spray it on gram and pigeon pea crops to get rid of this insect.
Okay. And now, Dr. Ram Keval sir, we will hear from you. Sir, I have been hearing about two types of pest management, composite and organic pest management. There is a lot of talk about it, sir. But what are they and how can we apply them?
There is a coordinated system between crop production and crop protection. And its main objective is how to organize crop production and crop protection in such a way that we use all the available resources, including mechanical, biological, and chemical methods, to control the pests that are infesting crops in such a way that it is economically cheap, socially acceptable, and safe from the point of view of the environment. So combining all these, we use them in such a way that the economic threshold of the pest does not go up and the pest remains below the income threshold, because it is important for the pests to remain in our fields. As they too are the part of the environment, we cannot eliminate them. We do not want to eliminate them. But their number should not increase so much that we suffer economic loss. They are part of the nature. Secondly, you asked about organic management. Under organic pest management, we do not use chemical insecticides. There are many parasites in the soil in nature. Here we have friendly fungi, friendly bacteria, friendly virus, friendly nematodes.
Yes.
We use all of them to control these harmful insects, and we call this technique as organic pest management. Under this method, we have metarhizium in the terms of fungi, metarhizium amphiphili. We have Bt powder under bacteria, which is easily available. We can use it. We can apply it for nematodes, and under viruses, we can avail HNV. We can use these, and they are suitable for the environment, and it does not harm the environment at all. It protects friendly organisms.
I have asked my question, sir, but our farmer brethren have more queries. Mr. Shailendra is joining us. Shailendra, welcome to the show. Please ask your question.
Namaskar, sir. My crops like wheat, potato and gram are infested with rats. Please tell me a remedy for this, sir.
Wherever there are rats, we go and close those holes on the very first day. On the second day, we find new holes in the field from where the rats come out. So what we should do on the second day is that wherever there is a hole, we should keep linseed or wheat grains. And thereby, we will get to know whether the rat will eat it or not. Because if you keep poisoned grains on the first day, they won't eat it. Therefore, we keep unpoisoned grains for 2 days for the rats to feed. On the third day, be it linseed or wheat grains, you mix zinc phosphides, 98% linseeds and 2% zinc phosphide, and also add some mustard oil in the mixture and place that mixture at every hole in the field. Rats will eat the poisoned food and they will die immediately.
Dr. Monarula, when we talk about the Rabi crops in Bihar, then maize is very important. Could you please explain pest management in maize cultivation to our viewers, sir?
Rabi crops have fewer insect attacks than Kharif crops. Fall armyworm, which is the Podoptera fergiperda. It is popularly known as fall armyworm. Fall armyworm infestation is widely seen in Bihar these days. This insect is not a very old insect. It came to our country from America around 1998. And one of the important characteristics of this insect is that it travels up to 100 kilometers in one night for food. And when it comes to reproduction, a female insect lays about 800 to 1,000 eggs. So please check your crops every 2 or 4 days in a week. And also put up some pheromone trap for this insect. Major insect attacks maize are one in cutworm, which germinates. It is also called jat katva. So, as the soft twigs of the plant is germinated, this insect, rather its larva, it cuts the maize plant from the surface of the earth itself. Secondly, it also has termite infestation. It also has the aphid infestation. It also has stem borer infestation. But the most important one is this fall armyworm, which is the worst. Now, if the farmers adopt different control techniques for each insect, then it will cost them a lot. So that is why the IPM package, Integrated Pest Control, which is being talked about here for every crop, For maize cultivation, we make an integrated farming system. When farmers sow maize in the beginning, they should plow their fields well. The cutworm, which is in its pupal stage beneath the soil, it will get exposed and will die in the sunlight. The predators, the birds, will swoop in and eat its larva and poppy, whereby this pest is controlled. Secondly, once the crop is planted and grows into a particular stage, in the early stage, we can use neem pesticides. There are many formulations of BT available in the market under different trade names. We can use such bacteria for pest control, or organisms. There are Bovaria. There are fungi too. We can apply them as well. There are some baculovirus like NPV, which I mentioned earlier. We can use it as well.
Dr. Ramkeval, aphid infestation in mustard crops. This is a very common problem. We often talk about it. How to manage it?
I would like to suggest that you should always sow mustard crop from 15th October to 20th November. If mustard is sown till 20th November, I guarantee that it will not be affected by aphids. Mustard crosses the stage of aphids, but when mustard is sown in December or after 25th November or 20th November, then the temperature increases a lot in February. If this aphids outbreak is seen and the infestation is at a rate of 25 to 30% flower, then we should immediately spray neem oil. If it does not stop, even after that, and the infestation of aphids keeps increasing, then dear farmers, we have a pesticide called imidacloprid 17.8 SL. And if you mix 3 to 5 milliliters of it in 10 liters of water, and the spraying of 4 or 5 milliliters of this solution can reduce the infestation. There are friendly insects in your fields. We call them Saptabhringi. If the number of these pests is high, then it gets controlled in just one spraying. Because we need to protect friendly pests too. And you should always do this spraying in the morning or else in the evening.
Thank you very much to all three of you, sir, for joining this session and speaking about these things. I'm taking a short break, but you don't have to go anywhere. Let's take a break. We'll be going now. We'll return shortly. You are watching Krishi Chaupal.
किसान भाइयों गांठ बांध लो, गांठ बांध लो। बात बहुत है काम की, समृद्धि के पैगाम की। मिट्टी के मिजाज को समझो, मिट्टी के हर राज को समझो, मिट्टी की तुम जांच कराओ, मुफ्त सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड ले जाओ। कभी मुनासिब बीज लगाओ, सही किस्म की खाद ले आओ, जितनी जरूरी उतनी डालो, सही मात्रा खुद पहचानो, इसको अपना मंत्र बना लो, मिट्टी की सेहत को जानो। बात बहुत है काम की, कम लागत अधिक वरदान की। किसान भाइयों गांठ बांध लो,
आज ही मिट्टी की जांच कराएं। राज्य सरकार के कृषि अधिकारी से संपर्क करें और मुफ्त में सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड पाएं। कृषि और किसान कल्याण मंत्रालय द्वारा किसान हित में जारी।
Welcome after the break. You are watching Krishi Chaupal and we have reached the stage of Krishi Chaupal where it is very important for you to watch this session because the topic of this session is disease and pest management in Rabi crops. And joining me on this topic is a very special guest. Let me introduce you. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar is with me. He's an HOD, Crop Research, ICAR, RCER. Welcome, Dr. Sanjeev.
Namaskar.
Joining this session is Dr. Abhishek Kumar Dubey, ICAR, RCER, Patna. A warm welcome to you, sir. Another expert who joins us in this session is Dr. Kumari Shubha. She's a scientist. She has expertise in vegetable science. She's with us from ICAR, RCR, Patna. Welcome, Dr. Shubha. First of all, Dr. Sanjeev, I would like to come to you, sir. Excessive weed in wheat cultivation. It is a very common thing, but it is equally painful when we talk about it again and again. So how can we get rid of it?
The main species of weed found in wheat are Flourish minor, which is also known as Gehu ka mama or Guli Danda. There are yellow senji, white senji, Krishna Neel, scarlet pimpernel, and McCoy, black nightshade. These are the main weeds. Along with this, there are grass species too, like sungrass and nutgrass, which are found in large quantities. And because Bihar and East India has similar humid climate conditions, the quantity of weeds and the different species of weeds is in large quantities. So, need a composite weed management. If you were to sow wheat within 72 hours of sowing, there is a weedicide called pendimethalin, but it should be applied within 72 hours. Even after this, if in 25 to 30 days the weed survives and grows, then there is a weedicide called pendimethalin, but it should be applied within 72 hours. Even after this, if in 25 to 30 days the weed survives and grows, then there is a weedicide, which is a combination of sulfosulfuron and metasulfuron. It should be sprayed at a rate of 40 grams per acre. This is a weedicide for grass species, be it chauripatti and shankaripatti, narrow leaf and broad leaf weeds. Both of them can be controlled with this. Along with this is, if another weed comes up in 60 days, then we need to do manual weeding. Manual weeding is quite good for crops. Along with this, the weeding that is being done by sunne plowing. Under this, just before the plowing, a herbicide called glyphosate is sprayed at a rate of 80 to 100 ml per 10 liters of water. Spraying this herbicide can control the weeds which grow after germination of wheat. It is very useful.
All right, sir. Many farmers are waiting to speak. Mrs. Beenu Devi is joining us. Mrs. Beenu ji, welcome. Please ask your question.
Namaskar, sir. Sir, how can we control and prevent weeds in gram cultivation? How can we do it? Please tell us, sir.
Most of the weeds found among gram crops in this season are generally broadleaf weeds. Here, the selection of weedicide is done very carefully because the chickpea plants are also of broadleaf variety and the weeds in this case are also broadleaf variety. There is an herbicide available called imazethapyr. By spraying this herbicide at 1.5 liter per hectare, we will be able to completely control the growth of broadleaf weeds. And if these weeds appear again in the later stages, the best solution is to do manual weeding, where weeds are removed with our bare hands. This is the best way to effectively control weeds in gram cultivation.
All right. Dr. Abhishek is also with us. Dr. Abhishek, Ufra disease and root rot problem in grain and lentil crops. What will be the solution, sir?
So, for this disease management, we need to pay special attention to 4 important things. First one here is the selection of a disease-resistant variety crop. Second is seed treatment. Third is soil remediation. And the fourth is crop rotation between grains and pulse crops. Therefore, if we talk about varieties, there is IPL 220 for lentil crops and Swarn Lakshmi for gram, which was developed by this very institute. Both these varieties have resistance to Ufra disease. So the farmers can use this. Now coming to seed treatment, there is trichoderma or a few chemicals also, like you have carbendazim, carboxin, or there is a mixture of carboxin and therum which is available in the market under the name of Vitavex Power. We can use this. While treating the seeds with trichoderma, please keep in mind that its formulation should be 6 to 10 grams per kg of seed. If it is some other chemical, the seeds should be treated at a rate of 2 grams chemical per kilogram of seeds. And after this, it is essential to do soil remediation because its causative agents live in the soil itself. Later, trichoderma should be grown on cow dung manure and later should be sprinkled in the field. Please ensure that there is moisture in the soil when you apply this solution. So if you do these 4 things, then the chances of contacting the disease will be lesser. If you do not follow these steps and the crops get affected by these diseases, then the management will be tougher.
All right. Our farmers are also joining us. Mr. Rajinder is also joining us. Sir, ask your question. What do you want to ask the experts?
Sir, I want to know from you, apart from chemical treatments, what other methods can be applied to prevent diseases in crops?
There are many ways for this. The first one is you should plant climate-resistant varieties which has the ability to prevent diseases. Second is that during summer you should do deep plowing in the fields. By doing this, the pathogens which are lying in the soil will come to the surface. There are many botanicals too. You can use neem oil, which is very helpful. There are some organic components too, like organic green manure, biochar, and so on. Their application in the soil will reduce the number of microbes. So, In this way, the diseases will be reduced. We should choose to use chemical pesticides only as the last option.
Dr. Shubha, the green pea cultivation and the problem of chudil asita or disease and root rot, how can we rectify this and how can we manage this?
You can see that the temperature is increasing day
Yes.
by day, and this is the time when the pods are formed in green pea plants too. And powdery mildew disease, which is called churnasita in Hindi, is the most affected disease in green pea crops. Therefore, I would request our farmers friends here not to plant green peas in your field if your previous year's green pea crops were affected by powdery mildew disease. Because if you plant it again, it is the casual agent of the disease can easily reproduce and destroy your crops. Therefore, do not plant that crop in the current year under crop rotation. Secondly, you can treat the seed like if you treat the seed with trichoderma, if you treat it with 4 grams per kg of seeds, then the chances of this disease will reduce. If your field has been already affected by powdery, then you can use sulfur dust for it. If you spray sulfur dust at a rate of 3 grams per liter of water, then it can prevent the disease. Apart from this, Carathin is a very effective pesticide spray for powdery mildew. If you spray it at a rate of 1.5 ml per liter, it can stop the disease. And now, let us talk about the second disease. It is called root rot. To prevent this disease, it is a disease caused by seeds. Please do seed treatment. Otherwise, you can start the crop rotation. If you see disease in your plants, then do not irrigate those areas because diseases spread the most through water, through irrigation water. So if you irrigate the field, it will completely destroy your field. So it is better to use fungicide because it is a fungal disease. For instance, you can spray copper oxychloride for its prevention. Thus, you can increase the production of green peas in your fields.
Okay, we have another farmer with a question. Gudu Pradhan is joining us. Gudu Pradhan ji, please ask your question.
My question is related to cauliflowers. Sir, sometimes it happens that small flowers are formed in cauliflower crops. The flower formed are very loose. They have cracks on them and are very small too. We do not get good price for them in the market. Please tell us a solution for this problem.
The question that you are asking me about cauliflower, it goes for cabbages as well. However, in the case of cauliflower, there are 3 different varieties: the early variety, mid-season variety and the late variety. If you plant the late season variety during the early season or if you plant the early variety during the late season, then this problem will arise. Therefore, you need to ensure that you find out of the seeds you are buying are of early season variety or late season variety. In addition to this, if there is a lack of nitrogen in your plot, you will end up with small cauliflowers which do not get a good price in the market and they are not of the normal weight. You can prevent this. Do check if there is a lack of nitrogen in soil. Apart from this, you can check if the moisture in the soil is of the right quantity or not, because sometimes the lack of proper moisture in the soil can cause poor growth in crops. Also, there should not be any waterlogging because we know that all vegetables of Rabi season are very sensitive to water. Many diseases are seen in this season. You need to pay attention to all these aspects. Apart from this, there is another kind of disease where you can see spotting in cauliflower. Here, if the temperature suddenly increases, like this year, we saw that it was not that cold during Rabi season. Therefore, the sudden increase in temperature caused a lot of damage to cauliflower cultivation. Small spottings were found on the crops. You can make some shading arrangement in the cauliflower field. Apart from this, you need to harvest at the right time. This is how you can prevent this problem.
These are small efforts which you need to update today and then see how they can benefit you in your farming. Actually, if we talk about cauliflower, they face a huge problem of dandruff and black rot. So how can we manage this? And can you please manage to answer this in 30 seconds? That is your task. So please share with us, ma'am.
First of all, I would like to tell you about the dandruff
Yes.
disease. It is not a fungal disease, it is a bacterial disease. Bacterial diseases spread more quickly. It spreads mainly because we cut off the leaves during rainy season and the bacteria goes into the plant. It goes into the cauliflower plant and rots the fruit by growing there. I would like to request the farmers that if they see any disease infected plant in their fields, immediately pluck it and destroy it, because bacterial diseases have a higher chance chance of spreading compared to other causative agents. Apart from this, since it is a bacterial disease, you have to apply antibacterial agents. For example, Kasugamycin, you can apply this at a rate of 400 ml of per acre. Apart from this, you can plant disease-resistant cauliflower variety like Pusa shubhra. The second main disease is Mridu Asita disease. It is mainly found in cauliflower, cabbage and other leafy vegetables grown during winter season. To prevent this, I would recommend to not irrigate the field on humid days, because higher the humidity in the field, higher are the chances of the spread of diseases. Kindly keep this in mind. I am talking about Mridu Asita disease. It is a fungal disease. To prevent this disease, you can use common fungicides like copper oxychloride. You can use it. You can practice seed treatment. You need to ensure optimal irrigation. If there is enough water supply and there is no water logging in the fields, if you take care of these important matters, you will be able to prevent major diseases in cauliflower cultivation. You can prevent all the diseases.
Okay. And we have come to the most important session where we will talk about how you can do crop management with the help of modern technology. So I will explain each point minutely to you, and some special members are joining me in this session. So joining is Dr. Vikas Sarkar, Principal Scientist, Agricultural Engineer from ICAR, RCER. Dr. Vikas, welcome to you.
Namaskar.
Dr. Aarti Kumari is joining me, Scientist, Soil and Barley Conservation. Dr. Aarti, welcome to you. Dr. Meenu Kumari is joining me. She is Scientist, Vegetable Science from ICAR, RCER. I welcome to you. First of all, Dr. Vikas, I would like to come to you, sir. Sir, our government is constantly trying to equip, explain and teach farmers how to do agriculture with the help of new technology. And one of these techniques is drone techniques, sir. How useful is this drone technology?
Sir, the drone technology that has come nowadays is a new machine which has been in use for more than 3 to 4 years. It is becoming popular at a very fast pace. Here, with the help of drone technology, we can spray pesticides on rabi crops like wheat, gram, pulses or even lentils. Nowadays, we use this method for spraying on any crops. Apart from this, drone has many more techniques and many more uses. We will be able to watch and record the growth rate of the crops, the study of crops, the distribution of soil diseases and pest management, pest and disease control management of irrigation, also the soil moisture and how to control it. Because these drones have a sensor inside them. You can know everything through these sensors. So a lot of work is happening through drones in the country. We are using them in the application of pesticides on crops. According to me, in a year or two, we will be able to get the desired results from using this technology.
All right. So we need to adopt technology along with traditional methods, right? All right, sir. Another farmer is joining us. Sushil Kumar ji is joining us. Sushil ji, please ask your question.
I would like to cultivate maize, wheat, gram and lentils. How can I do this using a single machine?
Yes, there is a machine.
Yes, sir.
There is a machine.
Yes, sir.
It is one of the most modern machine. It is called a multi-crop inclined planter. Multi-crop inclined planter, through which you can sow the seeds of medium to large size crops. You can sow the seeds of maize, wheat, jawar and lentil. You can sow all 4 seeds. You can do it for medium to large grains of various sizes and types. You will get a steel plate, an inclined plate for various grains, various sizes and types of grains. You will get a steel plate. Please buy that plate. After buying, when you do the sewing, you just need to change the plate according to your requirement. There is a wrench. Open the nut ball with the wrench. Open it and fix it. It is just a 5-minute work. You just need to change the plate and need not do anything else.
Okay, so these methods can be tried which are beneficial for farmers.
Yes, they are.
Okay, Dr. Aarti is with us. Dr. Aarti, water management is very important in everything. Water management in rabi crops. However, I don't understand the use of modern technology in this. what modern technology can be used in water management of rabi crops?
Under this, farmers can use micro irrigation system. You can save 80 to 90% of irrigation cost by using this technique. Also, there are many types of irrigation like drip irrigation. By using drip irrigation, you can save 50 to 70% of irrigation cost. Along with that, if you are cultivating vegetables or fruits or other long-term crops or other plantation crops, this system will be very helpful. Second one is a sprinkler irrigation where water is sprinkled. You can use this in wheat cultivation, pulses cultivation and also in corn cultivation. And also these days government is promoting flower cultivation. So you can use sprinkler irrigation for flower cultivation. Also, in this age of technology, sensor-based, Internet of Things based smart irrigation system has been introduced. Farmers can use it and save their time and also labor. And those small and marginal farmers who cannot apply this technology can use a low-cost tank-based drip irrigation system and do effective water management. So these are the techniques by using which the farmers can cut their cost and do the effective water management.
Okay, Dr. Meenu is also with us. Before coming to you, I would like to go to one of our farmers. Before asking questions to Dr. Meenu, let me ask a question to a farmer. Mr. Devendra is with us. Mr. Devendra, welcome to Krishi Chaupal. Please ask your question.
I need information about some machines which can do irrigation without the help of electricity.
Now, by using solar panels, you can irrigate your fields without electricity by using solar energy based irrigation pumps. But all the farmer brothers should keep in mind that groundwater is being exploited a lot. So if you use solar energy based irrigation pumps, then please select the right pump. And you will be very happy to know that you can avail the benefits of PM Kusum Yojana by the central government and get a subsidy of 50 to 75% by using solar energy based irrigation pumps and use 100% drip irrigation based pump.
But Dr. Meenu, there are many kind of questions. The biggest among them is whether it is soil, water or any other natural resources, we see the graph of their quality is going down. Ma'am, how can we move this graph upwards and how can we incorporate it in the management of crops?
Sure. We are now talking about natural resources, as we know that natural resources like soil, water, etc. are available only in limited quantities. Therefore, the proper use of these limited resources is very important if we talk about vegetable farming. Then there is a technology in it. It is called raised bed technology. In simple language, it is called Uchit Kyari technology. Here you need to plant vegetable crops on a bed, or if you want to plant seeds, they should be sown on these bed too. I would like to tell you about a very small technique of making these beds. You need to make a bed of 60 centimeter width. You can keep its length according to your field. After you make such beds, you can use drip irrigation in it where water is dripped into the soil. You can avail subsidy for such system and you can deploy the lateral pipes and get the benefits of drip irrigation. The third type is the use of polymulch. First of all, I would like to tell that we are talking about many diseases in crops. This is an effective method to prevent the spreading of diseases through the medium of irrigation. Secondly, the microclimate near the roots of the plant of the temperature will be maintained. So polymulch maintains the right temperature at the root of the crops. Similarly, you can use raised bed technology and drip mulch in all crops. It is a very good technology for vegetable farming in particular. The second technology I would like to tell you is portrait technology. Portrait is available at a very low cost. You have to take the equal amount of cocopeat and vermicompost and fill the cells in the portrait. You can plant the seeds one by one in each cell in the portrait. Therefore, there is one more advantage of using portrait method, where you can cultivate crops in the portrait even when the fields are occupied.
Okay. So Mrs. Neelam is joining us. Mrs. Neelam, welcome. Please ask your question.
I do vegetable farming. I sell vegetables. I don't get any profit. How can I do non-seasonal farming? Can you please tell us? Neelam ji, that is a very good question. There is a very simple technology, an easy technology for non-seasonal farming. It is called polytunnel technology. Generally, during extreme winters, for instance, in the month of December, we cannot even think about sowing seeds in open fields because the temperature will be very low. However, with the help of polytunnel technology, you can plant seeds in December and also create a plant nursery. In this method, all you have to do is use a transparent white color polythene and make a tunnel-like structure with locally available material. You make a tunnel and press it into the soil from both sides. It becomes a polytunnel. You will notice that the temperature inside the tunnel will be 10 to 12 degrees more than outside. So, with the help of this method, you can plant seeds in the month of December, where generally you cannot even of planting crops. Here, you can plant seeds in the tunnels and even plant saplings. And with this method, your vegetables will reach the market 15 to 20 days in advance, and it will also take you towards economic profit. If you follow these methods, you can earn a great profit out of this.
Yes, this was all the time I had for this session. Thank you very much. You had given us knowledge about the crops and you came. Thank you so much. And on this platform, there are not only discussions about problems. We do not just make claims. Here we provide solutions. There is guarantee. There is solution. So this is about you. This is about us. So continue to join us in this venture. Keep joining on this caravan because the journey is very long. And in this journey of ours, you will be a constant companion. I have complete faith in you. So with this hope and belief, I'm winding up this wonderful segment of Krishi Chaupal here at Patna. Take care of yourself. Let us end this episode with a huge round of applause.